Yes, the Indian did leave them stranded and had taken all they had and left the unlucky souls to perish on the island. Oysters were getting scarce and there was no spring water to drink from. They did find some groundwater from a previous rainstorm, but it was stagnant and discolored. So to keep hydrated, they drank it anyway. The weather was getting much warmer in the daytime as summer is nearing, but excessive heat and harsh conditions were now taking their toll on everyone. They struggled to collect the material needed to build a small raft, and after a week of laboring, they were able to put together a makeshift float for a few small logs tied together with vines. But the problem was, it could only carry 2 people to the mainland. The rest would have to stay behind and wait for them to return with help. And finally, the day of departure had arrived.
Once we get to the mainland, it shouldn't take more than a 2 or 3 day walk to reach St. Mark's.
And we will be back as soon as possible to get you off this dreadful island.
Hold on! Let me take your place instead. You've done so much, and I have not been of any help to anyone. It's because of me that we're in this awful predicament. Please understand, I must do this for my own peace of mind.
All right. I will let you go instead. I'm sure you both will be back soon with help.
Thank you. We'll be quick in our journey. I will not be taking my slaves, so I shall leave them with you. For now.
Take care of your mother, my brave son. I'll be back soon, my dear.
Do not give up hope, my dear friend.
The raft is barely keeping them above the water.
Oh, please be careful, my dear husband.
Why are they moving so fast?
It's a strong undertow. It's the current.
Something's gone wrong, look!
The raft! It's breaking apart!
Oh.
They've fallen into the water!
Father!
No! No, we can't do nothing for them now!
Now, there were only 4 survivors left from the Le Tigre. Monsieur Viau knew that he had to get them off the island. The longer they stayed, the weaker they would get. The oysters along the shore were almost gone. There was no game to hunt, and the vegetation was inedible. But most important was their lack of fresh water.
Do you think it will rain again soon? The pond is almost dry.
The clouds have been gathering all day. But eventually, we will run out of water and food. Building another raft is our only hope. We must try and seek help on the mainland. No one will ever find us on this island. I know we are tired and wore out, but we must find the strength to do this. Will you help me?
Yes, I will do this for you.
Wait. Sit down. You must understand this. I am not your master. Your master is dead. You are a free man now. We are all in this situation together. So, do you have another name I can call you by besides slave?
When I was a child, they called me Emilio.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Emilio.
Yes, that does sound much better.
Why are you crying?
My mother was the last one to call me by that name
Oh,
before I was taken away. That was so many years ago.
I am so thirsty. Is there any more water?
Oh, he's so hot! Louis!
Yes, the harsh conditions had finally taken its toll on young Louis. A fever had overtaken him, and now his body was shutting down from the lack of food and water. His mother rarely left his side as they slipped in and out of consciousness. And building the new raft was grueling work for the two men, and day after day they struggled to tie together whatever wood they could find. All that was needed was something large enough to carry 4 people to the mainland. Luckily, on the 5th day of construction, a thunderstorm delivered much-needed water to the island, but unfortunately, it did little to relieve the young boy's fever. It did revitalize the men enough, though, that they were able to finally complete the raft. But they now had a new situation to deal with. Young Louis was too sick to travel, and Madame Le Couture was not leaving him behind.
We can wait no longer. We must launch the raft today.
What about the boy?
Louis, my son, wake up. He hasn't moved all night. No matter what I try, he won't wake up. Please, Louis, wake up.
You are exhausted. You need to rest. I will stay with him for a while.
Thank you. My cloth has dried out. I will be down at the pond. Please, come get me if he wakes up. Please, will you accompany me, Emilio?
Of course.
I'm so thirsty. Please, help me up.
The raft is ready and the seas are calm. We must leave today.
You must understand what I'm about to say. You and I both know that I'm dying. And soon, all of you will too if you do not get off this island. Please, go now and leave me here.
Your mother would never leave you here alone.
Then you must tell her I am dead.
I cannot do that.
But you must. It's the only way she will go with you.
All right. I will leave you here, but we will be back soon with help. Until then, I will leave you with what water we have left, and I will try and find as many oysters as I can. It won't be much, but it's all I can do for you.
There's one more thing you can do. Take good care of Mother. Watch over her. Keep her safe. Whatever it takes. Do this for her.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry? About what? No. No. Louis?
There's nothing we can do for him now.
No. No. No!
You must get it back.
No!
With only 3 people on the raft, it easily floated them across the bay. But the journey was still a perilous one, and Madame Le Couture fought them all the way. Actually, twice she jumped from the raft in efforts to return to her son, and both times the men struggled to retrieve her from the water. To their relief, she finally collapsed from exhaustion, and all 3 of them safely arrived on the mainland. But now, they were about to enter a new and different kind of environment.